Hi friends, today's video is about ITR 1 filing in new income tax portal. First, log in to www.incometax.gov.in. In the user ID column, enter your PAN number as the user ID and select continue. In the next screen, tick the checkbox to confirm your secure message. Enter your password in the column provided and then click continue. In this screen, you can view your personal details on the left side, and if you prefer, you can update it here. And also you can see an option to file your return for the year ended on 31st March 2021. Click the File Now tab to proceed further. Here, we need to select the assessment year. To file our return for the financial year 2021, we need to select the assessment year as 21-22. This is mentioned as current assessment year in the drop-down options. The other fields are disabled, so directly click on Continue to move to the next screen. We have two modes of filing. We are selecting the online mode and giving proceed. And here in income tax return, we need to select Start New Filing. If we have saved draft, it will reflect here. Next, we need to select the status applicable. There are three options: individual, Hindu undivided family and others. Here we are selecting individual and then clicking continue. Now in this screen, we are going to choose an ITR form to proceed. If you are unable to decide, then click proceed option in the left side. You will see this pop-up message. Give continue to know about the ITR forms. Details of ITR 1, 2, 3 and 4 are displayed here. Go through the forms to know which form type is applicable to you. Then come back to the previous screen to select the form type. Now we are going to file form ITR 1. So select ITR 1 from the drop down. Note that this form is for individuals being a resident, having total income up to rupees 50 lakh, having income from salaries, one house property, other sources and agricultural income up to rupees 5,000. Also note that this is not for an individual who is either director in a company or has invested in unlisted equity shares, or in cases where TDS has been deducted under section 194N or if income tax is deferred on ESOP. Now proceed with ITR 1. Here we have three steps: validate your pre-filled returns breakup, confirm your return summary, and verify and submit your return. Let's start the process to file. Here we need to provide the reason to file our income tax. There are three options given. First, taxable income is more than the basic exemption limit. Second, fulfilling any one or more conditions as per 7th proviso under section 139(1). Condition 1 is deposited amount or aggregate amount exceeding 1 crore in one or more current account during the previous year. Condition 2, expense exceeding 2 lakhs for a travel to a foreign country for yourself or for any other person. Condition 3, expense exceeding 1 lakh on consumption of electricity during the previous year. Third option is others. Now we are selecting option 1, that is taxable income is more than basic exemption limit. Select the option and click continue. In this screen, we will get a pop-up message. Click OK to validate our pre-filled return. Click OK. And then first we are going to validate our personal information. Click the arrow there. It will show your personal details like your name, Aadhaar number, PAN number, your contact details as your address, mobile number, email ID and everything. Under nature of employment, we have options to select. The options given are central government, state government, public sector undertaking, pensioners, others and not applicable, example family pension, etc. Select the option according to your nature of employment. Next, we need to select the filing section. 139(1) for return filed on or before due date, 139(4) for belated return, 139(5) for revised return and 119(2)(b) for after continuation of delay. If you are filing return against notice, then 139(9) for filed in response to rectify the deduct, 142(1) for return filed against notice and 148 for return filed against notice for assessment. Next, we can see a question as, are you opting for new tax regime? If you are selecting yes, you will see this pop-up message. About this, we have already explained in our earlier video. Link is provided in the description box. If you prefer, you can check it. Now we are selecting old tax regime, so cancel the pop-up and select no as the answer for the question. Next, bank details are displayed. Check the details, and if you want to add new bank details, then add another option is given there. Click add another and you can add the details. Please note that minimum one account should be selected for refund credit. And if you have multiple accounts and in case of refund, if you have not selected a particular account, then refund will be credited to one of the account decided by CPC after processing the return. Also ensure that at least one preferred bank account is pre-validated. Then click confirm to proceed. Now we have come to the previous screen where we can see the confirm status near personal information. Similarly, we are going to confirm our gross total income. Click the arrow adjacent to the gross total income. In this screen, we have few questions to answer which will help to capture our income details. They are based on salary exemption under section 10. We can either answer the questions here or skip and continue. These exemptions can be selected under exempt allowances in the next screen. Here we are going to verify our income sources. Select edit in the option provided. We are going to provide the salary details here. Use your form 16 part B annexure to fill these details. Under gross salary, we have three columns A, B and C under section 17, 1, 2 and 3. Fill these details from your form 16 part B annexure. After updating the applicable columns in A, B and C, gross salary will reflect automatically. Check the same and move to the column 2, exempt allowances. As we have mentioned earlier, if we have exempt allowances under section 10, provide it under column 2. The exemptions includes leave travel allowance, death cum retirement gratuity received, commuted value of pension received, leave encashment on retirement, allowance to meet expenditure on house rent, etc. Select whichever is applicable to you and add the amount exempted in the column provided. If you are eligible for any other exemptions, you can claim by adding using the tab Add Another. Next we have column 3, net salary. This is calculated as gross salary minus exempt allowances. Check the amount and then we have fourth column, deductions under section 16. Standard deduction of rupees 50,000 is pre-fill and entertainment allowance if applicable is also pre-fill. If we have paid professional tax, fill the amount here. And check column 5, income chargeable under the head salaries and click on the save option given below. After saving, it will redirect us to the main screen. Now we can see that we have verified income from salary. Next, we need to verify income from house property. Select the option Add or Edit Details of Breakup. Now in this screen, we have to select the type of house property, whether self-occupied or let out or deemed let out. Select your house property type. If self-occupied, fill interest on housing loan and if applicable, arrears or unrealized rent received during the year less 30%. Similarly, if you are selecting let out or deemed let out, fill applicable columns given under respective heads. Now we are selecting the house property type as self-occupied and entering the amount in interest on housing loan, and then we can see the amount in income chargeable under house property. Then click Add. Now we have come to the previous screen. Here income from house property is verified. Next, income from other sources. If you have any other source of income, add it here. Click Add. Then you will see questions to answer like interest income from savings bank account in India, interest income from deposits in bank or post office or cooperative society, income from family pension, interest from income tax refund, etc. Answer yes or no to these questions. If yes, then fill the amount in the respective columns and then click continue. After filling income from other sources, we need to add exempt income. Please note that this is only for reporting purpose. So if you have any exempt income, add it here using add details option. Click it. Here nature of exempt income are listed. Example, agriculture income less than or equal to rupees 5,000. You can select the option and add the amount in the column provided and click add. Note that if you have only income from salary, just check income from salary column and confirm directly. Now click confirm to go to the main screen. We have confirmed gross total income. Next is total deductions. Click the arrow and in next screen you will see questions to answer. Like if you have paid donation, click yes or no. If you are eligible to claim donation for scientific research or rural development, click yes or no. Similarly, if you are eligible to claim under section 80GG, click yes or no. If yes, update the amount there. Next, under section 80C, we can avail maximum of rupees 1,50,000 as deductions. We have already discussed about this in our earlier video. You can check it there. And if you are eligible to claim deductions under section 80CCD2, 80D and 80E, click yes or no accordingly. If yes, enter the amount wherever applicable. Next, if you are eligible to claim any other deduction, select yes, then the options will be listed below. You can select the sections according to your claim. For example, if you have contributed to pension scheme NPS notified by the central government, maximum of rupees 50,000 can be claimed under section 80 CCD 1B, subject to conditions satisfied. Enter the amount in the respective column. Then, after filling all these details, click continue to move to the next screen. Here we can see the deduction details what we have given so far. Check the same and then if you are entitled to any other claims, please select to claim such eligible deductions in the options provided below like 80 CCD2, 80G, 80GGA and 80TTA. After giving all the details, check the total deductions amount and then confirm to move to the main screen. We have verified the total deductions now. Next, we are going to verify tax paid details which is reflecting from our 26 AS. Before confirming this, please download your 26 AS and check. If you want, you can refer our video through the link given in the description box. After verifying the amount details, click confirm to proceed to the main screen where we are going to do the next verification. Now last column to verify is total tax liability. Click the same and you will see the total tax liability details like computation of income, computation of tax and total tax fee and interest details. After verifying all these amounts, click confirm to proceed to the next screen. We can see that all tabs are in confirm status. Now click proceed and the next screen will be displayed. In this screen, we can see all the details like gross total income, deductions, tax liability and tax paid. Last column shows amount payable or refund. We need to pay this amount if required. Then you can preview the return by clicking the preview option provided. We can now preview and submit our return. Tick the checkbox, check the details and then click proceed to preview. You can again verify all details in this screen. Also, you can download or print the same and save as PDF file for your reference. Then proceed to validation. You will get a message in the next screen as validation successful. No errors were found. Then proceed to verification. In complete your verification screen, there are three options: e-verify now, e-verify later and verify via ITR 5. We are going to select the first option, that is e-verify now, which is instant e-verification via Aadhaar OTP. Select it and then continue. Here there are many options provided to e-verify like Aadhaar, DSC, net banking, etc. We are selecting the first option, that is to verify using OTP on mobile number registered with Aadhaar. You will see a pop-up message saying that one-time password will be sent as a text message to the number registered with Aadhaar. Tick the checkbox and generate Aadhaar OTP. You will receive the OTP in your mobile number. Enter the same here and validate. Your filing is complete after validation and you will get a success message. That's all friends. Hope you understood the process. Meet you in another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.